All right. All right, guys. Welcome to the Reston Letter podcast. It is our fourth ever. And I am joined today by some Southlake Seahawks basketball guys. I've got Coach Desmond, head coach, and I've got Coach Cinci, right? Cincinnati.
Yep.
And then I've got JV coach Damon Johnson. So just want to talk to these guys, let them tell you a little bit about the season, and give them a chance to thank the community for what's this really cool stuff that's been going on. So I'm going to let Damon Johnson jump in. Damon, can you tell us a little bit about, just summarize the season, your job, your role as JV coach and all that?
Yeah, so we had high expectations coming into this year, bringing back majority of our guys from the previous season who lost in the state semifinal. We had a big target on our back. Everyone wanted to play South Lakes, and we just wanted to live up to it. So we got through the year, had a big run, made it to the state semis, got over that hump, and then eventually we brought home the state title for the first time in South Lakes history.
So cool.
Sorry,
I was just saying Go ahead, Des.
I was going to say with this is a touch what Damon said. With all the players we had coming back, we had some talented transfers come in. The expectation and the hype of things was always going to be something in the back of our minds. But the kids were fantastic as far as blocking out that noise and getting together and completing the mission. Their goal. This was never our goal as coaches. It was their goal to do something that's never been done.
That's awesome. So Damon, you're from Reston, correct?
I am.
From Reston. So did you do Reston hoops and all that when you were growing up?
I did do Reston hoops, RYC basketball, then led to travel, and then eventually I got to South Lakes where I played for 4 years. Never got the chance to play for a state championship title, so blessed to play 2 years at Shenandoah University for basketball, and then Coach Dad gave me the opportunity to coach at South Lake, so I took it, and then I enjoyed it ever since. So to have some of the guys I've met in the 4th grade and watch them grow and then have them win a state title, it means a lot. It means a lot.
That's very cool.
Not to mention, Des was his assistant coach on varsity, and I was Damon's assistant coach on freshman when he was a freshman.
Yeah, that's awesome. And coach, sorry, go ahead, Damon.
It all came full circle working with these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. Especially now, did you ever, Dan? Did you ever teach Damon?
No, I think when I started teaching, you were your sophomore year, Damon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when I started teaching. I was coaching before I was a teacher,
Okay.
and then I came to officially teaching. I think he was sophomore. So, oh wait, I did teach you junior year. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Oh, you forgot. I don't know.
I totally forgot. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's right. 5th period.
Oh, Don, can I go sidetrack real quick?
Yes, of course. Yep.
So, Damon was on a team that I was an assistant for, and Dan's laughing because he knows what's coming. Dan and I have been linked for several years as well. I had the pleasure of being the freshman coach at Chantilly High School and cutting Dan when he comes out for freshman.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, no, basketball, I wasn't a player, but it turned out to be a pretty okay coach.
Very okay, coach. Very okay.
Very okay. All right. Anything else you wanted to say, Damon, about kind of growing up in Reston? I mean, the support with the little kids, those pictures. I wasn't there for any of it, but those pictures with the kids, getting basketball signed and, making signs and chanting and all of that. What did that mean? How was that expected? You guys were good last year too. I don't know how far you got last year, but did you have that same kind of, hype around with the kids?
I think so. We met most of the kids during summer camps at our basketball camp. So that's where we meet most of them, and then they just follow us throughout the year. So to see the players sign basketballs and take pictures, it means a lot that the community comes out and supports us.
Yeah, very cool. So Dan, you wanted to talk to now. Dan teaches, you say history, right?
Yes, I
You
teach
you teach
U.S.
history.
and world history.
Okay. You want to talk a little bit about kind of the, the influence that the staff and had on this whole ride and kind of what that's been like for you?
Yeah, I think it kind of touches back with what Damon said, that we had it last year. Everybody was invested. They knew that we were returning so many people back. And we had a lot of staff members at games. I would say that sometimes we had more staff members than we did actually high school students at
Wow.
games. I'm just on Tuesday nights, it's tough for the kids. We get it. But a lot of alumni, South Lakes alumni are on staff. And since our history of basketball is so, prestigious at the school, it was such a big deal. And everybody was invested coming to the game, especially the playoff run. I always joked, I'm very superstitious, and the guys know this. I kind of do the same thing game days. Some teachers came up to me like, "Oh, I'm coming to my first game." I'm like, "Don't," because they haven't been to a game at all. We've been on a run. But I would say that state semifinal game was just awesome. I think we controlled both sides of the gym, and then all the staff members that drove down for the state championship game was unreal. And I just see everybody posting about it on social media sites, and it was just great. And they were so happy on Monday. I made a note to the guys, make sure that you're in school Monday. People would just want to high five you, give you hugs. They would just want to praise you. And then yesterday in the staff meeting, we had our monthly staff meeting, I think 3 or 4 times, a different staff member in front of everybody said, "We're state champs in basketball." So it means it's such a great deal for the staff.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be quite an experience. Okay, Des, how about you? You wanna talk a bit about I guess the year as a whole and the players who played their hearts out.
Yeah, I mean, the year was it was amazing. It's kind of still hasn't really truly sank in what was actually accomplished.
Mhm.
Um, the last 2 seasons, we had got to the state semis, and the last 2 seasons we were sent home. And some of the kids who are seniors now that were sophomores on that first state run felt that pain of coming up short twice, and then our juniors, some of them were up as freshmen, and they felt the sting of coming up short twice. So their mindset almost immediately after the last game of the year last season was, we need to get better, and we need to get back, and we need to do something historic, something that's never been done. And that's probably the most overwhelming thing about it, is that, South Lakes High School, from a, God, I'm going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. It's the truth. We're a boys basketball school, okay? And we've had many other great state champions in other sports. But if you travel around Virginia, and even outside of Virginia, thanks to some of our famous alumni, and you mentioned South Lakes, usually it's boys basketball that comes up. And to have this group of kids be determined to be the ones to make history, it was challenging to me as a coach, because I had to work that much harder. Okay, I think I'm a very hardworking coach, but when that's their goal and you're going to ask them to give you everything, you then as a coach have to. And then the ripple effect is, as these two guys on the call can tell you, the ripple effect is that I'm harder on them as assistant coaches. So for the players that have that standard and then force those coaches to follow, it just, I think, speaks just mountains of character of who they are as young people, not just basketball players, because what they did wasn't easy. When you do something that's never been done, it takes more than talent. It takes dedication, it takes sacrifice, and it takes just a group of kids who are going to give up individualism to achieve great success. So as just a fan of basketball, being able to coach these guys, it was a very humbling experience, and it still is. With, as you said, the outreach from the community, the schools. I'm not a school teacher, so I don't know these teachers by face, but a lot of them seen us go into practice or a good game or at the game. Hey, Des, good luck. I don't know who they are, but they love us, and that's special.
So how many seniors are graduating?
9.
9 seniors graduating. Okay. So that's a lot of pressure in itself, I suppose, with that many kids, with that much fire, and it's their last year. I can see why you would feel a lot of pressure.
But it's also a lot of fuel too, though, right? You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you have anything you wanted to say to keeping in mind that, our listeners could be walking their dogs around Reston paths or, thinking about trying out Reston hoops or, things like that? Anything you want to say to any of these, Reston guys, little kids, advice to, I was thinking, advice to young athletes, specifically young basketball players, even, even Reston like specific Reston, places to go, things to do, to, I don't know, one day get to South Lakes and be awesome.
I mean, I would just like to thank everyone again. The outpouring of love and congratulations from all corners of the world, and I kid you not, all corners of the world have come in. But we went down to VCU, and it felt like we were in Ruston.
Yeah, it looked like it.
It felt like it was a home game for us. All the people that came out, all the people who had the streaming parties at home, and you can't thank the community enough. And I have to thank our parents. Our parents. Um, it's not easy to probably be coached by me, but it's probably harder to be a parent of a kid being coached by me sometimes. So we appreciate their parents loving and supporting the team. As far as all those little kids out there who want to play sports or one day be a boys basketball player at South Lakes, have that dream. You saw Saturday. You got to see history. You saw something epic, but it doesn't have to be the last time it happens. Set great goals for yourself, and I'm going to butcher the quote, and I don't remember who said it, but something along the lines of, even if you set the highest goals of anybody and you don't reach those goals and you come up short, you still went further than anyone else trying to reach something like that of greatness. So don't get discouraged. Don't listen to the parent, uncle, friend, neighbor, person who tells you that you're the best, and you're not. It takes a team. Don't be afraid to fail. Sometimes you have to fail to learn how to succeed. So set goals, be excited, and push yourself. It's okay not being okay. And the best part about being uncomfortable is it eventually becomes comfortable. So dream, little people. And if unless Miss Retzer or Mr. Duggan fire me, maybe you'll be playing for me one day. I don't know.
Thank you. Good advice. Coach Dan, anything else or?
I mean, I'd add on to that, like, just keep playing. Just even if it's to have fun or actually work on your game, just keep playing. It doesn't matter if it's like some AAU team that you pay for, or if it's a regular camp like ours that we have in the summer. Just make sure you're in the gym and playing at all times. That's one of the best things you do to get better. I'll give an example. I mean, one of our best players, Jordan Scott, was at our camp when he was a little kid, and now he's a big time recruit. So it doesn't really matter where you're going, but if you're playing, you're getting better. And hopefully you can be playing high school basketball one day.
Keep playing. How about you, Damon?
Always chase your dreams. Some people might say you're not good enough for this or good enough for that. Just keep going. Like, you never know. You might get over that hump. You might do something great like we were able to do on Saturday. So just keep following your dreams, keep pushing, and go as hard as you can.
I love the idea of you can't do it alone. You need a team. And I have 3 boys, and the twins are 14 now, and I've got a 10-year-old, but I've seen, just being in Reston, they've grown up in Reston, and it's like, I mean, it's a pretty small place really, but they play hockey, which is, there's a lot of people from a lot of other places for that. But when they did baseball, it was like, it's all the same guys, you're working with from the time you're 4 till you're, now in high school. I see a bunch of their peers they used to play baseball with on the team, on South Lakes, on Herndon. So yeah,
Oh,
I
what
mean,
was
I
that?
think
What was that other place?
Oh, sorry, the H word. Sorry.
Cool.
The school down the street. Yeah, I heard about them.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much, guys, for joining, and thank you all for listening and for reading the paper. It's available on our website. It will be available in community centers. It'll be in mailboxes, if you haven't seen it already. So come and tell everyone to listen to these guys who just went through a pretty amazing experience. So congratulations, you guys. Best of luck in the future. Thank you for your work.
Well, thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Welcome. Mhm.
Thank you.